Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Today we will be having our first topic for the second quarter, and that is all about series. From the word itself, let me see. Open your chat box, everyone. When we say series, what do we mean when we say series? Open your chat box, please. Feel free to type what do we mean when we say series. Type your answer in the chat box, please. Ano ba ang ibig sabihin ng series? Go. Let me see. Again, just like what I told you, this is just a review from our lessons last school year. Aha, your classmate said there's a continuation. Kasunod po, aha, series. Ah, okay. Sequence indicated some of the terms of a sequence. Wow, very good. Okay, other answers, please. When we say series, what do we mean? Okay, thank you so much. So, actually, your classmates' answers are correct. There's a continuation, may kasunod po. It has a sequence, and that's correct. Simply because when I read your answers, I was reminded of what's that? The Squid Game. Yeah, because it's a series. And you have to finish watching all those for you to get the complete view of the story, right? And actually, that's what we mean when we say series. You're correct. There is an arrangement, mayroon siyang sequence, and for us to get really the value of the series, all we have to do, just like what you're watching in your favorite series, you have to watch all to get the totality of the story. Or in mathematics, all we have to do is to sum or to get the sum or to add all the terms in the series. Okay? And what you have mentioned is correct. Okay. So let's just have a revisit of all these terms about a series. Okay, just like what I told you, it's about series is just about adding numbers. So we just have to add all the terms that we have in the sequence. Okay, let's have this. Okay, let me share this. Okay, go. Series tayo. Series. We will not be using the graphing. Let me just change it. Just the normal view. There you go. Okay. So let's now move on with the series. So let's just have a revisit of these things. Your classmates are correct in saying that there should be a sequence for us to have or to learn the series. Okay, so let's have this as an example. So we have here 1, 3, 5. Sorry for the penmanship. 7. It has been quite long since the last time I wrote. So medyo naninibago pa ang kamay ko. Okay, so this is simply sequence. So thick. This is just the sequence. Wait lang, let me change the thickness there. This is the sequence, simply referring to the arrangement of the terms of the numbers. And each one here is called a term. So there are 5 terms in here. And we all know that this is already a sub 1, a sub 2, a sub 3, a sub 4, and a sub 5. So we are talking about the terms in the sequence. Okay, now we have 2 types of sequence. This is just a review. So this is, if there is an end, that is what we call the finite sequence. Finite sequence, it has an end. And if we have ellipsis here, 3 dots, it simply means it continues. So that is, in that case, it's called infinite sequence. And we simply mean it is endless kasi it's infinite. It's never ending. So this is not 8. This is infinity. Okay? You know that. So, that's it. That's all you have to know about that. Okay, finding the nth term of the series. Okay, for example, in this one, this is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. I hope you can identify the pattern. Give me. Find the next 4 terms of the sequence. Type the answer in the chat box. Go. Okay, Princess already sent her answer. Good. Okay, and so this is the next 4 terms in the sequence are 11, 13, 15, and 17. Correct. So you already know it. By the way, what did you do? What pattern, what did you do, by the way, to get the next 4 terms of this sequence? What pattern did you use? Type your answer in the chat box, please. These are all odd numbers, correct? Okay. And your classmates added 2. So therefore, your classmates also said the common difference is 2. So therefore, we need to add 2. Very good. That's correct. So by simply adding 2, because that's the pattern. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 2. Sorry, that's 2. Plus 2, plus 2, plus 2, plus 2. We will get the next terms. So therefore, your answers are correct. Your answers are correct. This is what we call the common difference. Correct. Now you can recall. What type of sequence is this? Type your answer in the chat box. If there is a common difference, what type of sequence is this? What type? What type na tayo? This is a finite. Aside from the finite and infinite, kind. What kind? Anong uri ng sequence ito? Okay, increasing. Your classmates are typing. I will not say muna the answer. Let's allow our classmates to recall their lessons in grade 10. If there's a common difference, anong klaseng sequence ito? If there is a common difference, the symbol of this is D. What do you call that kind of sequence? What kind of sequence is that? It starts with letter A. 2 already got the correct answer from the chat box. Okay. Your classmates, 3 got correctly. Some are still not sure. Followed by R. Numeric. There's no numeric sequence. Okay. So the correct answer is, it is arithmetic sequence. And when we say arithmetic sequence, it has a common difference. So when we add a certain number, a common certain number to get the next one, or subtract a common number to get the next one, that's what we call arithmetic sequence. Okay, let's have one more. Ready? Okay, if the first term is 10 and the common difference is 7, find the first 5 terms. Go, type your answer in the chat box. If the first term or a sub 1 is 10 and the common difference is 7, find the first 5 terms. We're still in the sequence, huh? Okay, let me see. Princess Anne can clearly remember the topics in grade 10. Okay. Remember, your first term is 10. That's your A sub 1. Don't forget. Okay. I want everybody to participate, please. Okay, thank you for this. So our first term, A sub 1, take note of this. A sub 1 is 10. So therefore, the first in the list is 10. That's your A sub 1. Can you follow? And then, first 5 terms, of course, 10 is included. Hindi naman ni sinabing next 5 terms. The first 5 terms. In short, the first term is included. So, you need to find the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. A sub 2, A sub 3, A sub 4, and A sub 5. Again, first 5 terms is different from the next 5 terms. Okay? So first 5 terms, of course, the first term is included. Our common difference is 7 plus 7, that's 17. Plus 7, that's 24. Plus 7, that is 31. And plus 7, that is 38. And those are the next 5 terms. Got it? Kindly show a reaction based on how you understood that process. Let me see. Okay, very good. Good. So we don't have any problem about that. So we are done with our arithmetic, with our revisiting of the sequence, specifically arithmetic sequence. Okay. And by the way, what if, so if that is arithmetic sequence, if we add a certain common difference or subtract a common difference, what about if the pattern is like this? Let's have this as an example. Ready? We have 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Look at the pattern. We're still reviewing because this review needs to be clear to you. These concepts need to be clear to you before we move on to our series, to our arithmetic and geometric series. Kasi kailangan maliwanag ito sa inyo. Okay, so look at the pattern. I want you to analyze the pattern. What have you noticed about the arrangement of these terms in this sequence? Kindly type your answer in the chat box. Your classmates are typing times 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2. And your classmates already said it has a common ratio. That's correct. If we are multiplying or dividing a certain number to get the next term, therefore, that is what we call the common ratio. So this is what we call the common ratio. Okay. And the symbol here is R. Okay. Got it? So if in this case, in this sequence, we need to multiply by 2 to get the next term, what kind of sequence is this? If when we are adding or subtracting a number to get the next term, that's called arithmetic sequence. What if we are multiplying or dividing a common number to get the next term or the next terms? What type of sequence is that? Type your answer in the chat box, please. Let's see. Okay, your classmates can now recall. 3 of your classmates have typed it correctly. Very good. And you are correct. So therefore, when there's a common ratio, that is what we call geometric sequence. Geometric sequence. If there is a common ratio and we need to multiply or divide by a certain number to get the next terms. Okay, that's the difference between arithmetic and geometric. Okay, extra challenge. Ready? Find the next 3 terms of this sequence? Go. Type your answer in the chat box, please. Type your answer in the chat box. Some are using calculators. It's okay. Sige, use your calculator kasi lumalaki yung number. Yun yung pinagkaiba ng geometric sa arithmetic. In the arithmetic, since you're just adding, the increase of the number is constant and it's very slow kasi you're just adding. Unlike in the geometric sequence, the increase or the decrease of the numbers is drastic kasi it's either you need to multiply or divide the given number by a certain number. Very good. And your classmates got them correctly. So our last term is 32. Okay, times 2. That will become 64. Followed by 64 times 2. That's 128. And 128 times 2, that's 256. And you're done. That's it. Okay? Oh, one more example. Ready? Before we move on to our actual topic, the series. Kasi at least maliwanag sa inyo ang mga bagay na to before we move on to our real lesson, which is the series. Finally, if our second term is 50. And the common ratio is 1/2. Find the first 5 terms. Go. Type your answer in the chat box. Okay. Okay, let's see. 50 is the second term. It's a sub 2. So, ibig sabihin, meron na mas nauuna pa kay 50. Okay. Sige. Your classmates are having a good fight in this given. Iba-iba ang mga sagot ng mga classmates natin. Okay. Shall we have this now? Okay. So let's move on. First 5 terms, so therefore we will be needing 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is A sub 1, A sub 2, A sub 3, A sub 4, and A sub 5. Okay? So our first term is, a second term is 50. There. That's our given. It's our second term. So therefore, this is 50. Nandito siya. And our common ratio is 1/2. Therefore, you need to multiply this by 1/2 to get the next term. Can you follow? So if that's the case, 50 times 1/2, it's like writing 50 times 1/2 or 50 divided by 2. So 50 divided by 2 is what? 25. So we have here 25. Ibig sabihin, nahahati. Okay, we are dividing it by 2 kasi it's 1/2. So you are given the chance now to correct your answers if ever you got wrong answers. Okay, so let's continue. Multiply this again by 1/2 or divide it by 2. So it's either you multiply it by 1/2 or divide it by 2. Okay, that's another representation of that. So therefore, 25 divided by 2, that's 12.5. Okay, and then 12.5 divided by 2, the answer will be, when you get the half of 12.5 divided by 2, that becomes 6.25. Okay, remember, that process is done if papunta siya dito, going to the right. Okay? That's the arrangement kasi. We are going to the right. So that's the process. But we have here the first term. And the first term is on the other way around. So therefore, if in this process, we are dividing it by 2, to get the first term, pabalik. The reverse. What's the reverse of dividing it by 2? So therefore, we need to multiply it by 2. The reverse will be, we have to multiply it by 2. So 50 times 2, the answer is 100. That is if you are doing the reverse process. Pabalik. Now that we have completed the values, let's see if we are still being true to our common difference, or to the common ratio, I mean. So 100 divided by 50, that's 1/2. 50 divided by 25, that's 1/2. 25 divided by, baliktad. 50 divided by 100, that's 1/2. Okay, remember, common ratios formula is A sub 2 over A sub 1. Pabaliktad lagi. 50 divided by 100, that's 50 over 100. It's 1/2. So that's correct. 25 divided by 50, that's 1/2. 12.5 divided by 25, that's 1/2. And 6.25 divided by 12.5 is also 1/2. So that is how we do the process for the common ratio. Got it? Kindly show me a reaction based on our introduction. Okay, finally, thank you. Show a reaction, please. Feel free to explore the reactions. Good. Okay. Now let's move on to the real thing. The real thing here is about the series. Madali lang ang series. Okay? Series is so easy in a way that it's just like we're going back to the basics. So when we say series, let me use again these examples. So for the series, if this is sequence, for it to become a series, all we have to do is to add. Para makita nyo ang kumpletong value, ang kumpletong istorya ng pinapanood ninyong series, you need to add all the episodes for you to get a full grasp of the story. Similarly with this, you need to add all those terms to get the value of the series. So therefore, for it to become a series, we need to add them. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. That's the series. Okay? And when you add them all already, that becomes the value of the series. So 9 plus 1, 10. 7 plus 3, 10. Plus 5, 25. So is equal to 25. This is now what we call the value of the series. So ito yung pinakasagot natin for the series. Got it? Show a reaction if you understood that process. Very good. Explore the emotions, huh? Okay, thank you. Let's continue. What about this? Okay, in this example, we have 10, 17. Okay, what is the value of this series? Go. What is the value of this series? Type your answer in the chat box. You may use your calculator. Okay, waiting for the rest. Type your answers. Very good. That's 120. Sus, no sweat. That's it. That's series. What about this? This one. This. What is the value of this series? If I add, if it's already only comma, that's just a sequence. If I added them already, that becomes a series. What is the value of this series? Go. What's the value of the series? Type it in the chat box. Okay, very good. Your classmates are typing their answers. Correct. That's 193.75. Perfect. Okay, this is about to end. Kindly come back for the continuation, huh? Do you have any question?